Bowman here from BW1.com on behalf of Chris Perlo at YouTube.com/LockerGnome. Give you another cool free tool here, ISO Recorder. ISO Recorder I like a lot because it's a very simple, smooth, and seamless ISO recording program that integrates very well with your Windows experience, and it works with Windows XP, Windows Vista, and Windows 7, and in 32 and 64-bit. Pretty cool. Let me show you kind of how it works here. I'm going to be using Windows 7 to show you how it works. Windows 7 does have ISO burning capabilities. You can burn an ISO to a physical media, but this actually gives you a couple extra features, a little bit more functionality. So I'm going to show you how that works. If you have ISO Recorder installed, it's going to be the default for all your ISO files. So if it is set as your default, you can double click on it, any ISO, and it's going to open up the record function. But what I like about this is that even if you don't use it as a default, all your controls are basically in right-click functionality. So if you just want to right-click over an ISO file and you hit copy image to CD/DVD, brings up that same record options in the record menu here, and you can choose where you want to, what the source is. If you want to do CD to CD copy, you can do that by just clicking on CD, and you can copy from one CD to another CD-ROM without even having to use an ISO. Down here in the recording section, you can choose to eject after burning. You can choose which recorder you want to use to actually burn the file that you want, and you can choose the recording speed from 16x down to 6x. Step it out obviously depends on the speed of your burner and the speed of the CD or DVD that you're using. Click next, and it pretty much will burn right from there. But let's say you want to do more than burning just from an ISO to a physical disk, but let's say you want to create an ISO from a physical disk. That's pretty simple to do with ISO Recorder. We'll go to Start, go to Computer, and you see we have a DVD sitting right here of Windows. Let's say we want to create that into an ISO to put onto our machine here. We'll just right click on it, and we'll click on Create Image from CD/DVD. Brings up the recording menu, and you can basically choose where you want to save it. We'll save it to the desktop. We'll leave it like that for now. You click Next, and the recording will begin, and you'll get an ISO file from that physical media that you have. Alright, but let's say we have a bunch of random files that we want to put together, like right here, and we want to create it into an ISO file. So I have a bunch of random files in this folder here, and all you need to do to create an ISO file out of it is you right click on it, and you click on Create ISO Image File, and it'll bring up the options for you here where you want to create the image from, you know, which directory, where to target, where you want the actual files to save, you know, an image format from Blu-ray down to CD, DVD, DVD dual layer. Click on CD, you can change the name of the volume. We'll do our random files, and you can include a boot image if you want to as well, so it's a bootable CD. You click Next, and it'll begin recording the ISO file. Obviously it won't go that quickly. It's just a small couple kilobyte files, and then you have an ISO file right there. You can mount it, or you can click it to record to a physical media again. So that's ISO Recorder right there. There's not a lot to it, but it's very simple, very seamless, and very easy to use. I like it a whole lot simply because it's above basic, but it's just right there for those that work with ISO files just enough, but don't want the sort of the extra tools that you get out of things like Power ISO and Ultra ISO and stuff like that. This is a free tool. The link should be in the description where you can grab it. Definitely, if you work with ISO files and you're using Windows and you don't want that extra clutter, ISO Recorder is definitely one to take a look at. So remember to subscribe to LockerGnome's YouTube channel here at youtube.com/LockerGnome, and also check out his community of geeks talking tech at geeks.perillo.com, and also check out live.perillo.com where his live 24-hour video feed and chat is. So for Chris Perillo at youtube.com/LockerGnome, this is Bowman from youtube.com/BW1.com, reminding you to live your tech world in high definition.